Rob Mahone, but do you have any plans for Drake? Where is he at in terms of that?
Yeah, well, right now he's in the mix. He's been practicing. He's been with the guys. Really, with the three that we have right now, Wolpen, Madison, getting Rob in there and getting some few more carries. I thought Rob did a good job. He didn't get as many carries in the last game as we wanted after watching it, and he ran hard. So, want to get him more in the mix. Drake has been there. Right now, we have three guys that are healthy that we got to get in there and rotate in and let those guys get going. So Drake's on the ready, but hasn't been activated, and we'll kind of see where we're at. You know, this next game is really kind of that point if we're going to do something with him. Now, we had J-Mac a few years back, played in the 5th game. But if we got those three guys rolling and we can do some things with them, you know, we can keep Drake, you know, kind of there, but just prepared and ready if needed.
We talked to Jabril Frazier today. You know, a guy that isn't playing quite as much maybe as he has in the past, but he's still healthy at this point in the season. You know, only 3 tackles, but has 2 sacks. What have you seen from him in his playing time out there?
Well, I think he's maximized it. You know, and part of that too, some of the things we're doing on the edges, some of the groups that we see, it's a little bit different. You're in passing situations, or against passing teams, we're in coverage, and we got a little bit different personnel group in there. And so the first 2 games were like that. We saw obviously the different set of or a different offense, you know, in the 3rd game there. So those guys were mixing in a little bit more. So it comes down to kind of the personnel that we see. As far as him and how he's playing, I think he's playing well. He's come in, he's done a good job, executed his assignments. You know, we just have a little bit more depth there, and the way we can utilize the guys is a little bit different. But he's done a good job, and he's been productive. Still going to keep utilizing that. We see it. We see his production, and you know, he gets his opportunities to go in there and do that again. You don't want to see him execute and have the same results.
Do you think perception matters in terms of, you know, we asked a little bit about the non-conference stuff. Does it matter for, you know, you're not too concerned about what the conference does, but does it matter for, you know, for the conference to be able to get wins like, you know, you guys hypothetically against Virginia?
Sure. I think perception, that's a big part of college football. When you get all these matchups, it does matter. It matters, and when you get a chance to play those teams, that's part of college football. That's the fun thing about it is you get these different matchups. You have a Boise State and a Virginia playing. You have other teams and opportunities like that. I think that's what's fun for the guys too. So, yeah, when you have a team, an ACC team coming here to Albertson Stadium, first time, that type of opportunity, our guys are excited. You know, I'm sure they're excited. And this is what college football is about, having those type of matchups, you know, some unknowns, and then to go out there and actually play a game and see what happens.
With Archie played a bit in the last game, and I think John came in a bit at right tackle. What have you seen from that right side? We talked to Quevedo for the first time, and it seems like you guys have been pretty pleased with him too.
Yeah, I think Eric's done a good job. Eric's played well. Molchon playing right tackle with Archie being out. Archie will be back in. He played some last week, and we had a plan for him. He was only going to play so many plays. That plan's out now. You know, he's ready. He's ready to go play the entire game. And so how we continue to keep mixing that up, you know, with John still playing some right tackle, Archie being in there. So I think we got 6 guys, 7 guys that can play and rotate in the O-line. And, you know, the bottom line is we know we need to be better. We just want to be more consistent. That becomes the main point each day at that position. You got all 5 guys. They have to work in unison. They have to work together. They got to do it consistently over and over. And regardless of the personnel, you got 5, 6, 7 guys that are doing that through practice. They should be able to come in there, execute, and operate regardless who's in there.
With you look at the secondary wide receivers. Basically, anybody would have said, do you feel like they're close to having that kind of breakthrough game? I mean, Sean didn't have a ton of snaps in the first half of last game, but when he was on the field, like half the time the ball's getting thrown his way when he was on the field. Sure. At least early.
Well, last game we had 19 snaps in the first half, so that was really that's a difficult one to kind of get into a rhythm. We had a lot of overage in our game plan because we didn't have that many plays, and I do think there's opportunities created for other guys. You know, Said obviously we want to get the ball to him. He's made plays, he's done a great job, and we find ways to do that. But also, you know, there's going to be times where he's taken away, and we're going to create opportunities for other guys. They're going to get their chances. Can they make plays? Yes, they can. Sean had the catch early on in the game, and you know, we didn't really have quite an opportunity to get back to him, you know, because of how the first half went. But those guys are doing a good job. AJ, Sean, Cartrell, Octavius. Those guys have been in there. Brian Jefferson, so there's guys that have been in there. They're doing things. They're doing it on the backside. Maybe not the primary. Maybe we're not getting to them, but they're creating opportunities for themselves down the road.